A gracious good day to one and all once again. 'Tis I, Norton the First, by grace of God, Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico, back with you all once again for episode number 108 of Emperor Norton's fantastic history vlog. Today is July 31st, 2020. It is our 136th day under COVID-19 restrictions. We're coming to you once again from the lovely Imperial Gardens. We have worked on the lighting a little bit more, so we think it's even better today than yesterday. Hopefully the audio quality is good too. So let us know. Leave your comments below, please. Let's begin with our national days. Today is National Mutt Day. Well, we have a glorious mutt here, actually two of them, Bummer and Lazarus, as many of you may know, although they were not actually our dogs, but they tend to hang out here at the palace a bit, yes, indeed. It is National Avocado Day, or the alligator bear, as some would say. We love avocados. Don't know if there's going to be a guacamole fest in the neighborhood this year again, but we are usually one of the celebrity judges, so we're hoping it's going to take place, but not looking likely. Harry Potter Day, we'll learn why later. This is very specific. System Administrator Appreciation Day. We are our own system administrators, so we appreciate ourselves today, I suppose, I don't know. National Talk in an Elevator Day. You're not supposed to do that, I thought. Oh well. Well, I've always wanted to do that prank in the elevator where you fill a mayonnaise jar full of vanilla pudding and start eating it. Maybe someday. Florida man next. Florida man hit by car during failed In My Feelings challenge. Your guess is as good as mine. Our San Francisco story today comes from John Ralston's delightful and informative book, This Date in San Francisco. Because on July 31st, 1846, that Sam Brannan arrives in Yerba Buena on the Brooklyn. Samuel Brannan, the namesake of Brannan Street, was born in Portland, Maine in 1819 to 64-year-old Irish immigrant Thomas Brannan and 46-year-old American-born Sarah Emery. Thomas was abusive, and at age 14, Sam Brannan left home for Ohio, where he became a journeyman printer, after which he went to New Orleans, then back to the Midwest. In the Mormon colony of Nauvoo, Illinois, he adopted the Mormon faith. Going to New York in 1842, Brannan edited a Mormon journal, The Prophet. In 1845, the Mormon community planned to emigrate west to escape alleged persecution by American authorities. One party, led by Brigham Young, would go overland. The other, led by Brannan, would take a ship around South America. They would link up in San Francisco, overcome Mexican resistance, if any, and establish a Mormon community out of the jurisdiction of the United States government. On February 4th, 1846, Brannan left New York City on the ship Brooklyn with 238 mostly Mormon immigrants, the officers and crew, and a cargo of farm implements, cooking utensils, tools, enough weapons for every man, woman, and child, and a printing press. It was a hard voyage, and several died along the way. A scandal broke out at sea. It seems Mrs. Lucy Agar, which she was, chased every man on board, young or old, married or single. She was accused of licentious and wicked conduct, along with several men. Brannan had Mrs. Agar and her paramours excommunicated. After rounding Cape Horn, the Brooklyn put in at Honolulu, where Brannan and the passengers heard about war between Mexico and the United States. Leaving Honolulu on July 2nd, the Brooklyn reached San Francisco, then Yerba Buena, on July 31st. Unknown to Brannan, Captain John Montgomery of the USS Portsmouth had occupied the town the previous July 9th, and the first thing Brannan saw was the flag of the nation he'd sailed thousands of miles and 6 months to escape. The Brooklyn about doubled the local population, but Brigham Young had settled his flock at the Great Salt Lake in Utah, leaving Brannan's party isolated. Brannan adapted well, in spite of things. One Brooklyn passenger was young Edward C. Kemble, who, although not Mormon, had worked with Brannan on The Prophet. Brannan and Kemble began the California Star on July 9, 1847, which, although short-lived, was San Francisco's first newspaper. There is a plaque commemorating where that location was, placed there by the ancient and honorable order of E. Clampus Vitus. What say the brethren? Hopefully we'll have a picture of the plaque. I think we have one. When gold was discovered on the American River in 1848, Brannan reputedly stocked his stores with all the mining implements he could find, then rode through San Francisco announcing the discovery. In fact, he bought every shovel in town, is the story that I've heard. He made a mint reselling. Well, let's get on to our other stories in history for this day. 781, the oldest recorded eruption of Mount Fuji. 1703, Daniel Defoe is placed in a pillory for the crime of seditious libel after publishing a politically satirical pamphlet, but he was pelted with flowers. 1790, the first U.S. patent is granted to Samuel Hopkins for a potash process. 1792, the cornerstone is laid for the first U.S. government building, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. 1919, the Weimar Constitution establishing the German Republic is adopted. 1922, 18-year-old Ralph Samuelson rides the world's first water skis in Minnesota. 1948, U.S. President Harry Truman dedicates Idlewild Field, now known as JFK Airport, in New York. 1988, the last Playboy Club closes in Lansing, Michigan. And 2017, Anthony Scaramucci, the Mooch, is removed as White House Communications Director after less than 2 weeks. Job security is not too good in this administration. Our births today. 1901, French painter and sculptor Jean Dubuffet. His sculpture La Chiffonniere, pardon my French, is in the Embarcadero Plaza by the Hyatt Regency Hotel. 1912, Milton Friedman, American economist, Nobel Prize for Economics winner, 1976. 1919, Primo Levi, Italian chemist and writer, Survival in Auschwitz is his most famous book. 1923, Ahmet Ertegun, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Turkish-American businessman and co-founder of Atlantic Records. 1947, Ian Beck. He's a British children's illustrator and author who illustrated Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road album cover. In 1965, why is this Harry Potter Day? It's J.K. Rowling's birthday. You know, she lived here in San Francisco for a while. Her house on Divisadero, it is said, was the inspiration for... Oh, wait, that's someone else. Never mind. That's Anne Rice. I totally blew that. J.K. Rowling never lived in San Francisco, to the best of my knowledge. Oh, well, if you get a chance, check out the Anne Rice house on Divisadero and Fell. Maybe there's a picture of it. I'll try to post it. It's quite lovely. Sorry about that. Deaths today, aside from me dying while doing this. 1854, Samuel Wilson, American meatpacker and possible namesake for Uncle Sam. 1875, Andrew Johnson, the 17th President of the United States, first one to be impeached. 1937, Charles E. Hires, American pharmacist, inventor, and manufacturer of Hires root beer. 1944, oh God, I have to pronounce French again. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, French writer, poet, and pioneering aviator, the author of The Little Prince, dies during a reconnaissance mission at the age of 44. And 2012, American author of Myra Breckinridge and Lincoln, Gore Vidal, or as Ernestine used to say, Mr. Vidal. Lily Tomlin. Check it out. Well, that wraps up for today's edition. Don't forget, we are accepting donations now. If you want to do a subscription for as little as $1, as much as you want every month, here's our Patreon link, as well as if you just want to do a one-time donation, our PayPal link. We appreciate all of our donors. It helps us to keep going, especially with our enhanced unemployment benefits running out today. Also, check out our website, more information about the tours we used to do. Hopefully we'll be able to do again someday. We are thinking about doing this vlog and converting it into a podcast as well. So if you are podcast followers, maybe check us out once we get that done. We're still grappling with the technology on how to do that. So stay safe, stay healthy by staying inside. If you do go outside, wear a mask. Please, wear a mask. You know we would be back to normal by now if we had grappled with this pandemic early and did the things the other nations were doing, if we wore masks and maintained social distancing, but we didn't, and so therefore numbers are going up. It's not looking good, folks, so do everything you can to stay safe. Don't take unproven cures. Be kind to one another. Until we see you again, a gracious good day, and don't forget to tune in for tomorrow's edition, the Saturday edition, with our extra special guest superstar, the Countess Lola Montez of Lansford. Once again, a gracious good day.